On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Euphemism.
A mild or indirect word or expression used in place of one considered to be too harsh or blunt when referring to something unpleasant or embarrassing.
Examples:
Genteel euphemism. A euphemism for death. The company used the euphemism downsizing to describe the layoffs of hundreds of employees.
Grieve.
To feel or show great sadness or sorrow, especially for someone who has died.
Examples:
Grieve for loss. Grieve at the sad news. She grieved the loss of her parents.
Mow.
To cut down and trim grass or other vegetation, usually with a machine such as a lawnmower, to cut down or harvest crops.
Examples:
Mow the field. Mow a yard. My father likes to mow the lawn early on Saturday mornings.
Eulogy.
A speech or writing in praise of someone who has died, typically given at a funeral or memorial service.
Examples:
Eulogy speech. Deliver eulogy. The pastor's eulogy touched everyone's heart and brought many to tears.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Coffin.
A box or container used to bury a dead body, a case or structure resembling a coffin.
Examples:
Coffin lid. Wooden coffin. The priest prayed over the coffin before it was lowered into the ground.
Headstone.
A marker or monument placed at the head of a grave or burial site, typically inscribed with the name and dates of the person buried there.
Examples:
Headstone inscription. Headstone design. The family gathered at the cemetery to place flowers on their loved one's headstone.
Deprive.
To take away something from someone.
Examples:
Deprive others of profit. Deprive him of his status. He was deprived of his freedom when sentenced to life in prison.
Aboriginal.
Relating to the people, culture, or history of the original inhabitants of a particular region, especially before the arrival of colonizers or settlers, indigenous.
Examples:
Aboriginal art. Aboriginal land. Many Aboriginal cultures have deep spiritual connections to the land and its natural resources.
Strait.
A narrow stretch of water or sea connecting two larger bodies of water or seas.
Examples:
Strait passage. Straight channel. The ship navigated through the strait with great care.
Firework.
A device that produces a colorful display of light and sound when it is ignited.
Examples:
Firework discharge. Grand firework display. The children were excited to see the fireworks show.
Startling.
Extremely surprising, astonishing, and sometimes worrying.
Examples:
Startling earthquake shocks. Startling discovery. He describes the story with startling reality.
Chant.
A simple melody or tune, typically one that is repeated or sung in a monotonous way. Verb, recite with musical intonation.
Examples:
Chant melodies. Chant in the chapel. The soccer game crowd broke into a chant of "Go, team, go!"
Giraffe.
A tall African mammal with a very long neck and legs, typically with distinctive brownish-yellow fur and dark patches, an animal often found in zoos and wildlife preserves.
Examples:
Giraffe pattern. Giraffe exhibit. The giraffe's long neck makes reaching leaves high up in the trees easy.
Sibling.
A brother or sister, member of a family born to the same parents.
Examples:
Have a sibling quarrel. Play with my siblings. Children often copy their parents or elder siblings.
Choke.
To prevent or obstruct the normal breathing or swallowing of someone or something.
Examples:
Choke with anger. Choke off the blood supply. The baby started to choke on a piece of apple.
Gasp.
To inhale sharply and audibly, often in response to strong emotion or sensation. To catch one's breath suddenly, often due to shock or surprise.
Examples:
Gasp for air. Gasp in shock. The audience gasped when the magician made the rabbit disappear from the hat.
Resuscitate.
To make someone or something active or vigorous again.
Examples:
Resuscitate economy. Resuscitate the man drown. He experienced cardiac arrest, but was resuscitated yesterday.
Deteriorate.
To become worse in quality, to decline or degenerate.
Examples:
Deteriorate at a slow pace. Deteriorate condition. The patient's health deteriorated rapidly after being diagnosed with the disease.
Shove.
To push someone or something in a rough way.
Examples:
Shove a person aside. Shove hamburger into my mouth. He forcibly shoved the flyer into my bag.
Cremate.
To burn a dead body to reduce it to ash, often as part of a funeral or other death-related ritual.
Examples:
Cremate a body. Cremate the remains. They plan to cremate their loved ones according to their cultural traditions.
Corpse.
The dead body of a human being.
Examples:
Desiccated corpse. The corpse of an animal. The police found the corpse in the abandoned building.
Bury.
To place a dead body in the ground, grave, or tomb.
Examples:
Bury in the earth. Bury emotion. There is plenty of space to bury everyone.
Recycle.
To sort and collect things to process them and produce valuable materials that can be used again.
Examples:
Recycle the cardboard boxes. Recycle milk packaging into new paper. We largely recycle the circuit board of cell phones because they contain a lot of valuable metals.
Wick.
A narrow strip of material, such as cotton or fiberglass, that is used to draw up oil, wax, or other fluid that is burned in a lamp, candle, or other flame-producing devices. Verb: to absorb or draw up liquid by capillary action.
Examples:
Cotton wick. Wick moisture. The candle's wick burned, signaling it was time to extinguish it.
Urn.
A large, typically rounded container, often made of ceramic, metal, or glass, used for storing the ashes of a cremated person or pet or for decorative purposes.
Examples:
Memorial urn. Urn decoration. The athlete's remains were scattered at sea rather than placed in an urn.
Dissolve.
To be or cause to be absorbed by a liquid to form a part of the solution, to close down or dismiss.
Examples:
Dissolve the sugar. Officially dissolved the marriage. The political party dissolved after much internal fighting.
Seasick.
Feeling ill or nauseous as a result of being on a ship or boat that is moving or rocking back and forth in a rough sea, suffering from motion sickness.
Examples:
Avoid getting seasick. Seasick medication. The rough waves made some passengers feel seasick during the boat ride.
Fling.
To throw or push something or someone with force or recklessness, especially because you are angry.
Examples:
Fling a stream of abuse. Fling a door open forcefully. He was provoked to fling the draft on the floor.
Swell.
To become larger or more inflated, to become more intense or important.
Examples:
Swell at room temperature. Swell a population. His arm was swelling from the insect bite.
Deduce.
To arrive at an answer, a conclusion, or a decision by reasoning.
Examples.
Deduce facts from the evidence. Deduce the meaning of a word. The researcher deduced the momentum of the particles from meteoritic velocities.
Bereavement.
The state of having lost a relative or close friend, grief or sadness caused by the loss of someone or something.
Examples.
His sad bereavement. Bereavement leave. She was in a state of bereavement after her mother passed away.
Palliate.
To make a disease, condition, or symptom appear less severe or intense than it actually is, to alleviate or ease symptoms without curing the underlying cause.
Examples.
Palliate symptoms. Attempts to palliate. The charity provided meals and shelter to palliate the suffering of the homeless population.
Porridge.
A hot cereal dish made from boiled grains or legumes, typically oats, rice, or cornmeal, often served with milk or sweeteners.
Examples.
Oat porridge. Sweet porridge. A bowl of hot porridge is a nutritious breakfast option in winter.
Lasagna.
A type of dish consisting of layers of pasta, cheese, meat, or vegetables, typically topped with tomato sauce and baked in an oven, a traditional staple of Italian cuisine.
Examples.
Lasagna recipe. Lasagna noodles. I always order spinach lasagna at my favorite Italian restaurant.
Casserole.
A dish made by cooking food, typically meat, vegetables, and a starch, such as potatoes or pasta, in a deep dish either in the oven or on the stovetop, the dish itself that is used for cooking and serving the dish.
Examples.
Vegetable casserole. Chicken casserole. I will bring a casserole dish to the potluck dinner.
Gamut.
The complete range or scope of something, the entire spectrum or extent of a particular quality, emotion, or situation.
Examples.
Musical gamut. Gamut of jobs. The actress's performance ran the gamut of emotions, from anger to joy to sorrow.
Solemn.
Formal and dignified, often with an emphasis on religious or ceremonial attitudes or practices, characterized by an earnest sense of importance or gravity, serious or grave in tone or demeanor.
Examples.
Solemn vow. Solemn ceremony. The priest led the solemn procession through the church.
Orthodox.
Following or conforming to the traditional, normal, or commonly accepted beliefs, ideas, or activities of or relating to Judaism, of or relating to the Eastern Orthodox Church.
Examples.
An orthodox doctrine. Orthodox thought. He challenged the orthodox views on business.
Catholic.
Universal and including many different types of things, related to or associated with the part of the Christian Church that has the Pope as its leader.
Examples:
Catholic in his tastes. The Catholic Church. Sociologists are now interested in Catholic world peace.
Requiem.
A musical composition or liturgical celebration honoring the memory of someone who has died, a somber or mournful piece of music or artistic work.
Examples:
Requiem Mass. Mozart's Requiem. The orchestra performed a moving requiem for the late conductor.
Scatter.
To cause to separate and go in different directions.
Examples:
Scatter seeds. Scatter around the internet. The hunter's approach scattered the geese.
Ladle.
A large, long-handled spoon used for serving liquids, particularly soups or stews.
Examples:
Wooden ladle. Ladle gravy. She used a ladle to pour soup into the bowls.